radio, so.
Come closer.
And then
This is new.
yeah, Nate will be here, so we can see.
Okay.
That other show, I saw another show from here.
Oh, that's
Would they have somebody manning the
yeah.
They have somebody actually rotating the
She's usually there.
Busy. She comes in. She
rotates
has
whenever someone talks.
like two of them, so she'll have one tripod and she'll have it, moving. So okay, so let's go to. I'm letting it run a little. Playing this nasty intro.
I like my intro. I think I'm gonna take out, the erotic taboo part.
You gotta take all that juices. No,
I want people to feel it.
Look here now.
I'm nasty and I make no bones about it.
Yeah, you mess around, you gonna get a bone.
And it ain't gonna be alpha. Okay, so we're going on in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Okay, good evening, everyone. You're listening to the Intimacy Chronicles. I am your host, Queen Jackie, and to my right this time,
The co-host, Quiet Storm, Richard. How are you?
Okay.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah.
And Mr. Sensational, can you move over so you can say hi to the people with YouTube?
There you go.
He's
That's all
here.
you get.
I'm not sure where my diva is tonight, Dr. Love, but I would imagine he's on his way.
He's preparing himself. He's
I'm not going to touch that.
He's gonna make a grand entrance. You know how that is.
I'm not going to touch that. So
He's
everybody
sexy
had a
for a
great
share.
weekend.
Yeah, had a good weekend.
Oh yeah.
It was cold.
It was cold.
Yeah. But this is my favorite time of year. I love November.
Mm-hmm.
I love Thanksgiving, family. It's my favorite holiday. Yeah. Just looking forward to
Family time.
family time. Yes, exactly.
Mr. Sensational, why was your weekend so great?
Every weekend's great.
I mean, because the way you said it, like, maybe you got a little bit.
And if I get anything, it's not going to be a little bit. So
I heard that.
I don't know. I'm not a half stepper. Thank you very much.
I mean, he kind of said that, like,
anything I do
great.
He's not you're not sticking your toe in the water. You just dive in.
You just going in head first.
I'm just saying it was good. It was a cool weekend,
Okay, great.
I got some things done, it's always good.
It's good, yeah.
I think I want to live my single life through you, man. So, yeah.
You might be a little bored. Aim higher, brother. Aim higher.
Oh my God.
This is sensational. Tell me another story.
Okay. Tell me a bedtime story.
Yeah, exactly.
But it'll be an actual bedtime.
Back in the 90s.
So, I had a good weekend.
Yeah, what did you do?
I went to see Janet
That's
Jackson.
right.
Yes.
So,
Oh my God. It was a great show.
I'm sure.
And where was the show at?
The arena.
Okay.
So, Civic Center, arena, whatever. Old school Civic Center.
Royal Farms, yeah.
Right. It was
So
such a
it was
great
good.
show.
Yeah.
But she had gotten good reviews. She looked tired from the touring.
Okay.
But she still gave a great performance. Her dancers are always the bomb.
Yeah.
So it was good. She did something a little different this time where she had probably about 30 minutes of where she just sat down and sang her ballads.
Okay.
So that was a little different for her.
Yeah, it's like you can't be jumping around like that.
And that's what I said. I said that. I said at 51, she can't do that.
She looked good.
Well, let me ask you this, because I have my theory about artists.
Mm-hmm.
I always say an artist is someone who could sell out an arena when they don't have a single out.
Right.
So she, like Tina Marie, rest in peace. And I would say, even somebody like R. Kelly, or Prince. Let's say Prince.
Tina Turner can sell out.
Yeah, she can.
So
I don't care how much her tickets cost. I would pay to see her.
So I think I never considered Janet Jackson as an artist in a sense. I always consider her as an entertainer. You know, but
See, now we
the
going
fact that-
somewhere. Let's
the
talk.
fact
about
Yeah,
that.
let's-
Because,
yeah.
you know,
but the fact that she could sit down and sing some of her ballads and sit down and do some of her artful types of songs
Janet
where
don't sing.
Huh?
She does not sing.
But and
She
think about
whispers
this.
loudly.
Yeah, but
okay.
I'm gonna say in terms of
She
her
doesn't sing.
at 51 to still be able to move
Yeah,
Oh, she
the
bad.
way that
Oh,
yeah, she's bad,
Give it
and
to
I'm
her.
not taking anything away from anybody, but at that age and to still be able to captivate a crowd.
and sing her
And
songs and her
exactly,
portfolio. That's what I mean.
and
When you
that's
have
the
enough
thing.
material,
She is a true entertainer.
Well, she's an icon.
Yeah, exactly.
flat out.
You
Gotta
know,
give it to her.
exactly. I'm
She's
not
an
taking
icon.
anything away from the Beyoncés, the Rihannas, but I just, as you said, she is an icon. You know,
but is she an artist in a sense?
I'm gonna have to say, I would have to say yes.
Yeah.
I would have to say yes.
I don't know. You know why I say artist? This is me, coming from
From the music
my
side.
perspective. Yes, an artist has to do artistic things. I don't think she
Sure.
creates.
Yeah, sorry.
Are you sure about that?
She
I
has.
thought her Velvet Rope. She
might have the concept,
yeah.
but she has the writers write.
Mhm.
She has the producers make the music.
Okay.
She has the dancers show her the steps.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? She interprets a lot of things, and she's good at it.
Right.
But I think an artist at some point has some original creation that they bring to the table, and I don't think that she does that.
Okay, so in
But I don't
terms
think
of
that-
when you say creative, so she has a vision of how she wants things choreographed, even though she's not the choreographer.
Does she?
But she has. I think that you can't have these songs and not have a vision of how you want the dances and the stage setup to be.
I think we're going to take her from the first Janet Jackson records. She had the Jackson dynasty behind her.
Of course.
And she came out with such great hits as "The Magic Is Working"
Yeah.
and things that you'll
Well, she
find
was learning
in a
herself.
hardware store in a $2 bill. But when she got with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis,
They were the
who are very
visionaries.
hands-on
Yes,
with their
yes.
stuff, then we got Janet. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
She has had a strong team
Right.
that said, you're going to sing this way, you're going to do this, and we're going to have you interpret.
Right. Well, I mean, who can argue with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis?
I mean, I think Beyonce does the same thing.
Yeah.
She's a very hard worker.
Right. Right.
And
I'll
there's
give her
no
that.
doubt Beyonce can sing. She's
Yeah,
talented.
she can.
She can dance.
I think she sings better now
Oh,
than
yeah,
when
her
she
voice
first came.
has
Yeah.
gotten-
It's trained. It's. I think it's fully trained now, and she recognizes her power.
It matured too. 'Cause
Right. Yeah.
Honestly, when they first came out with Destiny's Child, I used to get a piercing headache.
Yeah.
every
It was
time I
like
heard her
that
voice, 'cause the
crackerjack type. Yeah.
But now,
But now
she's
she's comfortable in that power.
Oh, she's tough.
Exactly.
She's a
Yeah, exactly.
hell of a worker and a hell of a performer. You can't
So,
take anything
yeah,
away from her.
Exactly.
Her
Hi,
work
Debbie. How
ethic
you
is
doing?
ridiculous.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I put Janet in that vein of, okay, she delivers what you ask her to do.
Yeah.
But I don't see her sitting, in a room with a pen and pad or something, writing down lyrics or anything. You know what I mean? I don't see her doing anything in the artistic form.
She wrote a couple of her ballads.
That's what they said about Lauryn Hill till, the lawsuits came out.
Yeah, well.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you didn't. And again,
Well, I mean,
was a
Janet's
big
no Milli
fan.
Vanilli. I mean, you know what
No,
I'm saying?
because she doesn't claim all that, but it's like
Right.
whatever it is, she puts on a hell of a show.
She puts on, oh my God, it was amazing.
And she's an icon, and you can't
Yeah.
take that away from her.
And that was my whole thing. Like, and I looked at how diverse the crowd was, from older to young, and it was phenomenal. It was like kind of like a melting pot. You know, everybody. I saw an older Caucasian man with his daughter that was wheelchair bound, and I was like, gosh, I said this is really pretty cool. You know,
she spans generations.
Exactly. And the DJ, I can't remember his name. He was phenomenal because he just played a mixture of music. You know, but most of it was the Jackson Clan music. So I thought that was great.
I mean, you figure she's got 40 years in
Exactly.
business.
Right. That's just like you said. That's just hers. That's not, because I saw the Jacksons twice. I saw them when I was younger at the Civic Center, and then I saw the Victory Tour.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I feel privileged to have been able to see them. You know, most people only see them once. But I saw them twice and was like, oh my God, that Victory Tour, I felt like that was like Randy's coming out. It was a great show. I mean, I remember being so hype for weeks. You know, you couldn't tell me that I couldn't do them damn steps. I think I got on my mother's nerves. She was looking at me like, will you sit your ass down somewhere? But I was just so hyped because we grew up on them. And I started thinking about, I'm not sure if you remember this, and I'm dating myself, I don't care, but the records used to come in the cereal box. Do you remember that?
I remember you had to cut them out.
Yes. Oh my God, I was telling my son that. He was looking at me like,
eating that cereal fast as I don't know what.
Exactly, to get to that record. Yeah, and I had the little close and play record player, you know, so I couldn't wait to play like ABC and I Want You Back, and I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine?
See, my sister claimed that she took it the Diana Ross Presents album that she used to play every day. Yeah, every day. Only records I got on the back of the cereal boxes were the Halloween sounds.
Oh my God.
I never got any of the actual music records.
Let me say hi to folks. Hi, Antonio. Hi, Karen. Debbie was my first one. How you doing, Debbie? So tonight, you know, our guest has just arrived. So we're going to, you know, get started momentarily. Welcome. Welcome.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Come on, have a sit down.
Hey.
Did you have problems finding it?
No.
Okay. So, tonight I have a couple of things on my mind. My guest, you know, she has a topic of her own that she would like to discuss. But I am curious of the men's opinion, and to my viewers now, what do you all think of the Nicki Minaj photo?
Great Photoshop.
I thought it's been a lot of controversy behind it. I'm always for a woman that's comfortable in her skin to be able to do a photo like that. I know a lot of people thought it was trashy, but she's in the business of entertainment, and I feel like people were rather hard on her. She doesn't speak for all women. It's marketing. That's how I looked at it.
But didn't she do something similar to last album?
She did. She's controversial. So what the hell are people complaining about?
I wasn't surprised.
So what did
Exactly. That's what I'm
what she
saying.
does.
I mean, people were like, especially women, they were so hard on her. Like, oh, she's just trashy. She's this. She's marketing herself.
Well, but that's her shtick. So
Exactly. She's consistent. She's consistent.
Well, I would say in this, like 2 years ago, when she did the where she was like twerking or something. What was it? What's the booty song?
Yeah.
Yeah, Baby Got Back. She did the thing.
What?
It was a song she did like a couple years ago, right?
Video,
Yeah, I just
Baby got that?
it was.
Yeah, I was thinking Sir Mix-a-Lot when he said
But
that.
I know she did it on the top. Here's the deal. I ain't gonna lie. I watch her videos on YouTube. I watch her videos.
You don't want to get caught? Is that
No,
what it
it's like I don't need to. I'm good
He's not
watching it.
He's watching the
For
butt,
video,
the booty
yeah,
bounce.
yeah.
Okay,
It's a
got
video.
it.
We
Got it.
don't need
But
that
to me,
anymore.
when I saw it, I glanced at it. I didn't think nothing of it because it's just pretty much the same thing that she was doing. But I understand because now in the climate now, with all the sexual harassment, objectifying women, and that kind of thing, I could see where the backlash is coming from.
But you know
Well-
what? She was only doing herself.
Exactly.
So it's like-
That was my point.
Okay.
This is her. She's not exploiting anyone but herself.
I think it was pretty creative. That
I
if
thought
you
so
want
too.
yourself.
I mean, I was like, damn, go ahead, Nikki.
I
You
looked
know
at
what
it,
I'm saying?
Okay, that's cool. They did a good job with that and kept it moving.
And kept
They didn't
it
do anything for me,
moving.
but it was creative.
I sometimes think we're so uptight about shit, especially when it comes to women. I mean, men have been, to me, objectifying us for years. So when we turn to, flip the script and objectify ourselves, it's a goddamn problem.
Well, I don't think I think more so, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
And-
I think more so it's just a situation where, she's perpetuating what women are trying to get away from.
I agree. We had that conversation before.
We had that. Is it perpetuating what they're trying to get away from? Because I think that every woman's level of comfort is different.
I agree, and she has every right to
Yeah.
do that. Now, of course, well, they say if the leaves don't fall far from the tree. If they see her, those within her company, people are going to, and maybe wrongly, assume they're of like mind, and that's the
True.
problem that women are going to have. They're like, well, just because she's like that doesn't mean I'm like that, and don't think that I'm getting down that way just because you see me. You know what I mean? It's like she okayed it,
But she's an
and now
entertainer.
everybody has to defend themselves as a result of it.
And here's the thing. Now, if we're going to take it back, we've been sexually harassed when we were fully clothed. So to say that because a woman dresses a certain kind of way, it encourages that behavior, secretaries for years have been getting harassed by their bosses. And they can have the turtleneck up to the damn neck and still getting harassed. So don't say that it's because we dress a certain kind of way that it justifies being sexually harassed.
I've never seen a woman in a strip club with a turtleneck.
No, what I'm saying is those
So, yes, it
women
does
from
encourage. Can I get a
back in
witness,
the
brother?
day, hell no. Again, that's some bullshit that a man came up with.
Strip club?
Yeah. You don't make no
No,
money
what
with a
I'm
turtleneck
saying
on the pole,
is, and
okay?
let's be clear, when you start thinking about those women who had jobs and an office, and the boss thought that because she was a gal Friday, that's what they called it back then,
A what?
that a gal Friday. I'm telling my age, but I don't care about that. But anyway, men thought that it was okay. A lot of times the secretary ended up being the boss's mistress.
True.
And the wife always had a problem with the secretary because it could possibly lead to other things. But that wasn't always the case. And they were required to come to the office not looking sexy, but professional. And yet they still got...
Appearance matter, yeah,
Right, and they still got sexually harassed. Look at all the stuff that's coming out now with these old white men that's been in a position of power. They've been doing this shit for years, and now they're getting caught. And believe me, some of those women were very conservative and still got harassed.
Okay,
Yes,
so
that's true.
So what is your argument? You're saying that kudos for Nikki to
I
embrace
applaud
it
her
and taking
for
control
exploring
of-
her individuality, being comfortable in her sexuality, and marketing herself.
But you're saying that the attire or lack thereof has no effect on the level of sexual
I'm not saying that, but
attraction
I
and
feel like
harassment.
I feel like she's
Why
gotten the
not wear a
biggest
thong?
backlash from women.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. And again, my point is always women, we're so critical of other women because that person is comfortable in their skin to be able to do a spread like that. So what? Fuck it, let her live her life.
Yeah,
It's her life.
But women are also going to be her main consumers as well. So,
It's true.
Because I ain't buying no Nicki Minaj.
Right, and she.
Well, women, we're not buying her CDs because her ass is fat.
either.
We might like a song
we
or
watch
something,
the video
you know.
with the music on, right?
Yeah. I mean, I watched the video on mute. and,
But see, now let's take it a step
Yeah,
further because now
you're
we're
in the
talking
closet.
about the women. Let's go further to how about the young women and the girls? Because automatically in her position, she is a role model,
Yeah.
whether she
So-
wants to accept it or not.
And
So-
I get that, but should she live her life for her young audience?
If her young
She
audience
has her-
is paying her and the people are paying, you have a responsibility inherently
I
to
think
address
that,
it.
That's
You know
a
what I mean?
double-edged
Whether-
sword.
It is, but that comes with the power and the fame and the money. You're
Okay.
there. You don't choose, just like athletes. You don't ask to be a role model. You know,
True.
but you're there. You're on the TV. You're in the news.
Mhm.
You're all over Instagram and everything else. So okay, you've got their attention, and that's what you wanted, is because that's how you make your revenue. So
Right.
now, what are you going to do with it?
Yeah, that's a lot. to
And
bear,
and
man.
where
I mean,
does the responsibility of the parents come into play?
I was gonna
Because
say it's
if
the parents'
my child
responsibility.
is listening to Nicki Minaj and
This is starting off good.
Did you put the mic in my
he
mouth?
did say
Really?
that. Yes, he did.
I don't do
That's-
too much DJ.
That's
on
why
the mic,
he's a
sorry.
quiet storm. I think that it becomes the responsibility of the parents because this is Nikki's career.
But the parents are with the child 1 hour or two at the most out the
So
day.
is
The
that
other
Nikki's fault?
18 hours. It's not
Exactly.
about the fault.
That's
It just
how-
is what it is.
That's how Nikki made her money.
That's how she made her
from
money,
day
exactly.
One, is being salacious and being that bad girl and pushing the envelope. So,
Right.
you know, she's just doing more of the same. When I saw it, I looked at it for 2 seconds and I kept it moving because I thought it was kind of corny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the father in me with teenage girls, I'm not a big fan of that because, you know, I'm all for empowerment, but then let's say my daughter wants to get up there and do that, I'll be like, I'm be the biggest hypocrite. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I could see
Yeah.
the backlash.
So you don't watch it? You don't
Huh?
watch Nikki?
I don't watch it no more.
No, don't watch no less either.
Since this
No-
morning.
No less.
Right.
Let me check your history on that.
Right. When's the last time you watched the video?
Exactly.
Did you subscribe to her channel?
Okay.
I can't tell you one song she made. To be,
Because you're not listening, you already mentioned that you have it on mute.
I would watch the video. You know. But like I said, I could see the back. It's different now. You know, it's like within the last year or so, the climate changed. The social climate, it changed. You know, and that's what people have to understand. That photo spread would have been old hat. You know, last year,
I got
2 years ago.
find this photo spread y'all talking
You
about.
I think she
I'm
on
gonna
her
send
knees.
it to
I'm gonna
you.
see if I can pull it up.
So
Did you say she's on her knees?
I think so. She on her knees.
she's
and
one.
she
She's
is
on her
having a
knees.
Oh wait, are
threesome
you
with
talking about
herself.
the threesome?
The
Okay,
threesome,
that I
yeah.
saw.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw.
It's corny, right? It was like, I mean,
It was very tasteless, to be honest. It was
I
very
mean, I thought it was
tasteless.
creative.
I thought it was
but
a
I think
great
it's late.
marketing.
I think she
Yeah.
should have done that 6 months ago.
She probably should have done it in the beginning of her career,
Yes.
which was first
Right
starting
now,
out. To
it's
do it
kinda
now,
reaching.
it's just kind of like, it's kind of like, what are you looking for at this moment?
Well, you said in the
But she's
beginning.
not
of the
But
promoting
she's
it.
conversation,
always
why do it?
pushing the envelope.
See,
So
but-
is this any different from what she's been doing? One
Yeah,
thing
she's-
I applaud her for is her consistency.
But is she pushing the envelope? Because it's the same thing. It's like, okay, that was cute. Like I said, it was great Photoshop.
Yeah,
job.
it
I thought it
was,
was
yeah.
impressive the way, you know, the hands matched up and everything. Cool. But she doesn't even have a record out. Cardi B just took all her shine.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, what do you
And that's
do?
why
Are
she
you
needs-
reaching right now?
Yeah.
So
You
that's
know?
why she needs
So
to
is
grab
it?
that
But
back.
didn't she do something to come back at Cardi B? Didn't she do something like that? Or
I don't follow
who
that.
did I think I saw something somewhere where she did a comeback at Cardi B.
I heard something, but nobody, I didn't hear the record.
I haven't heard
of
it either.
Exactly.
I just saw a
she's
post
fighting-
about it.
So look, she's fighting for
It's
relevancy.
right. Yeah.
And that's what she's trying to do. Because now we're talking about her.
Mm-hmm.
And otherwise we wouldn't be like, okay.
And she's at
we
minute
still-
number 14 right now, 30 seconds. So, I
Is
mean,
she at minute
for real.
14 or
If you're
maybe
an artist,
9?
put a record out and shut your ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Because
that's coming
now
from
when
somebody
you
from
are
the
looking
industry.
for relevancy, now that you want attention, do something with it. Say something.
Right.
Right.
A picture, a little freaky picture, is going to last for this long. We're in an Instagram society. You know, all right,
So
it's all,
you're
yeah, it's
done
all good.
and-
What's
yeah.
next?
What's
So,
next? Exactly.
Words have relevancy. You know, strong thoughts. If she was saying something, if she took a stand on something, anything,
Right.
I would have respect for that.
I mean, basically, right now she's a fad. You have to look. She's a fad.
Yes.
Just like Cardi B is going to be a fad. Cardi B is going to be gone in the next 6 months or so.
I agree.
They're all a fad.
I agree.
So,
you
it's
know,
just
but-
a temporary
But we
thing.
started
But
before I went
intelligence
down.
lasts.
But before I went
You know.
downstairs, we were talking about Janet Jackson.
Right.
You see, and Janet Jackson, she went to a Janet Jackson concert over the weekend, and she was talking about how, you know, her as an artist and the fact that she's still doing her thing, and she did it was
a great show. I mean,
it was no wardrobe malfunction or anything.
No.
We ain't see no nipples or anything like
no.
that.
I would have
Love that
taken a
one.
picture for the two of you. Just.
I've
yeah.
seen them.
Well,
Mine
see,
was-
Janet Jackson
so bad.
there's history with her.
Mhm.
You
She's
see what
an
I'm
artist,
saying?
yeah.
She's
Right.
an icon. She's
So
And that's-
these
yeah.
are the ones that are just fly by night, so to speak.
Well, they trying.
Well, they've built an empire. Fly by night, I wouldn't call them that, but they have built an empire. Nikki's photo shoot got her the attention she wanted. You know, it made her relevant, as you said, for about 15 minutes.
But it did not break the internet.
That's true.
No.
But she did what she wanted. She got people talking about it. I think a lot of times that's what it's about, having folk talk about it, being relevant in the moment.
I agree, but
any publicity is good publicity, right?
True,
Right.
But what are we talking about? You know what I mean? It's
Her
like,
photo.
Once we got you, okay, I saw your photo. What else you have?
But you know she
You know
got
what I mean?
skills.
What's next?
She does have skills as a rapper. I mean, she does have.
She did.
Who?
Okay.
She did.
I know, because sometimes you couldn't.
And she had a couple of good writing boyfriends.
Right.
But I haven't heard her rap for real in like 5 years. You know, so I'm like, that's why I used to listen to it.
She had a tour like last year. Didn't she have a tour last year? Yeah. Because she was Meek Miller's boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
She
was like beefing with Taylor Swift and some
Yeah.
stupid stuff like that. I'm like, really?
And is it a beef or a publicity stunt?
It was whack.
Yeah. So.
But like I said, the father in me, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I can't support
So
that.
you're basically a hypocrite.
Yeah,
And that's
I'm
what
a little-
exactly.
I'm a little bit.
You're a hypocrite.
I need some help back here,
So
man.
if your
They
son
ganging up on
decided,
me.
so wait a minute. So if your son decided to say, "Hey, Dad, I want to watch Nicki Minaj," what would you say? Are you gonna tell him no?
That's my boy. Ha 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 ha.
Right. I'm just asking a question. Devil's advocate here. So if your son, because
I want to hear what she got to say. Damn it.
That's.
I'm just saying,
Lord.
devil's advocate. Your son wants to watch Nicki Minaj. His friends at school showed him the video, and he comes home, or you come home and you see him watching Nicki Minaj, and you're like, okay, and he's in his room jamming to Nicki. What are you gonna say? Turn it off? How are you gonna tell him to turn it off when you watch it? Hypocrite.
I wouldn't.
Well, he
I wouldn't
watches
tell him-
in mute.
I wouldn't. I would watch it with parental guidance.
So when
Okay.
she drop
See,
it down and spread the legs like
even
little
look,
Kim, you
look,
gonna
even if
say
my
turn it
daughter's
off?
listening to it or watching it, I don't even turn it off. I'd be like, okay, that's what you want to watch, you know, because they're at an age where they know better,
Right.
you know. Because I got a 20-year-old and then I got a 13-year-old. So
20?
yeah, my oldest is 20,
Oh, Jesus.
19, my bad, 19. So
Close enough.
yeah. So you know, it's like, you know, they watch it any day. I can't stop them from you know,
Right.
watching that. Hey, Nate Dogg. So you know, it's like, yeah, I would kind of be like a hypocrite, but at the same time, it's, you know, like I said, the father in me would be would not be a fan, because again, it's that whole objectifying, you know. She can't do that now. It's a different kind of climate with all this sexual harassment and stuff like that. It's the backlash. It would be big, you know. We're talking about Nicki Minaj's photo shoot.
Didn't see it.
You, Dr. Nasty.
But I know it was nasty. But didn't see it. Unfortunately.
I'll send it to you.
Please do.
So,
I need to go to
you
sleep
know,
tonight.
as you hear,
Okay.
Dr. Love is late as usual.
No, it ain't late as usual.
As usual. That's why I call him the
forget- no.
diva.
No, Rick Ross is late. Dr. Love was here.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever.
For-
That's,
for- forgive
that's
the-
over.
for-
Rick Ross is gone.
So is the zebra. Don't come for me.
That was a Halloween show. Rick Ross.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was like a dead ringer. So
Nah.
we're going to introduce our guest, and the Quiet Storm will have the honor of doing that. So let's.
Okay, introducing, we have Dee and Miss Divine.
So who?
What's it? I don't know. Should I give you
I don't
no
think they
government?
heard that.
No, don't
on
give my
YouTube.
government.
No government.
No,
no.
no, no, no government. No
Land.
government.
We got Miss D here. She's
Thank you.
a longtime friend. I met her about 15 years ago.
Okay.
And just knowing her for 15 years, she has a lot. Yeah, I know, right?
Jesus.
You know, she has a lot of things to talk about. You know, a lot of experiences. you know,
Don't say a lot
she's
of
one of.
experiences because it makes me seem like I'm a fake. Don't say that.
Well, everybody in this room is, so
No.
you're in good company.
But on a real note, she's one of the on a real note, she's one of the most courageous, you know,
Okay.
women that I know. So,
Okay.
so I just wanted to bring her on and invite her to the dog pound with Nate and Miss Jackie.
Wow.
Bow wow wow.
Be
you
nice,
know.
Nate.
What's your tagline? What's your
He's speechless.
Is there so many?
Don't fucking judge me.
Don't fucking judge me.
No, she started that.
I did start
She
that.
started that. I just kind of
He just
branched off on
added
it.
some
I
bounce
just kind
to
of winged
it.
off on it.
Yeah, that is definitely my thing. Don't fucking judge me. And if you do, that's on you. So after that introduction, we're gonna turn the show over to Miss Divine and see what's on her mind.
Oh, don't do that, y'all. Why you looking at me like that? You're going to join it too. So my first question I'm going to ask you. So I had this debate today on my page, right? Sloppy top.
Ooh, we're really getting into it now.
What's your thought about sloppy
Go
top?
to my
Do you like
mimosa
it
on
Do you like it
Dead in his
extra?
eyes. She looked him dead in his eyes. She
Wait
was
a
like,
minute, it just got real.
she was like, what's
Do
your
you
thoughts?
like it extra sloppy, extra wet? Like I had a couple of people like they have to spit on it in order for it to be very sloppy for them to really enjoy oral sex.
Let's get into it.
You need a fan? Look, you want a fan? Come on, let me fan you.
No,
need
no,
to
I'm cool. I'm cool.
It just sounds like Moss Day cool or just,
I'm
Sweat.
okay.
I take the sloppy.
Damn it.
You take the sloppy, so you want them to spit on it while they're sucking it? Like,
Yeah.
spit. But don't you think their mouth already generates enough saliva?
But
What's
some
the extra
women
spit
don't,
for?
I think some women don't generate
That's
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying.
saliva.
What?
Cause you got women out here that got high blood pressure,
So what, their mouth is dry?
diabetes.
Their mouth dry from the medicine?
Cotton mouth.
Well, here's my
Diabetic.
thing to that. If your mouth can generate saliva, my thing is put a piece of candy in your mouth. You can
Preferably
do
a Hall's cough drop
right.
for that
You can
sensation.
do. I always carry
Don't
around
stop that
Jolly
coughing.
Ranchers. Watermelon Jolly Ranchers is my thing. So, but I myself don't have that issue. But I'm not going to spit on it either.
So
Why not?
For what? Because
Because
I
you
have
don't
enough
have that
saliva in my
issue.
mouth. I got braces as well. Because so with the braces in, if the dick hits the back of your throat, well, not you, but you know, if the dick hits the back of your throat,
not
you
you.
already.
Okay.
Did she just come for me?
I think she did.
Did she just?
No,
No,
but
she meant
seriously.
not the back of your throat.
But I said not the back of your throat, but I'm saying like on a woman, when the dick
Oh,
hits the
okay.
back of the throat, you're already gagging, right? So that generates saliva as well. So why do you need the extra spit? Come on, Rich.
Well,
Listen.
well,
Listen. There's nothing wrong with the sloppy.
It's nothing wrong with sloppy.
It just generates more pleasure. Okay, there's nothing wrong with sloppy. Sloppy's been around for years. Do you eat sloppy, Joe?
Nope.
You would say no.
You always equate shit to food,
You would
man.
say no. You would say no.
Nope.
You
Do not.
you would
Do
say
not.
no.
Do not. Just like I don't swallow. The fuck you looking at me like that for? I'm sorry. Why are you looking at me like
They
that?
still-
Because they think
they
it's disrespectful
They still make
for
them.
a
Okay,
woman
no.
to spit out.
Here's my thing. I know they say, what is it? Sloppy, when you don't swallow, you're childish. Well, here's the thing. Like I say to people all the time. You can suck me and I come and you swallow, right? I'm going to kiss you afterwards, right?
Okay.
If you come in my mouth, are you going to kiss me afterwards?
If you swallow, like it has to be like you
But
you
there's
got.
some residual in the mouth, though.
Mm.
There's some residual. There's probably some little swimmers caught up, especially with me.
I have.
you gonna drink
Did
the
she
baby?
say the swimmers corner?
I mean, it all depends. It all depends on the man. You know, if his it all depends on the man.
Okay.
There's guys that don't have no problem in kissing a woman after they didn't bust in her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I would still kiss her. The reason being is because
It's your shit.
It's yours.
It's mine.
It's yours. Well, you have a lot of men that won't.
you know you got some men that be like,
So was that the debate? What was the big debate?
Oh, the debate today was about the sloppy top, and a lot of people basically was like, one girl, she was like, I spit on the dick, and I'm like, okay, what's the purpose of spitting? A lot of men don't like people spitting on their dick, just like I wouldn't want a man spitting on my shit.
Wait, hold on. So why would you in the height of pleasure? You in the height of getting pleasure, and a woman spits on it, and that's gonna be a deal breaker. He gonna be like, no, don't do that.
I didn't know there were sanitary rules at that point.
Do you like for your shit to be spit on?
You know what? I'm gonna set this right here so you can. This is what I travel with here.
Damn.
God damn.
oral sex.
Sex.
So
myth.
Mr. Sensational
Wait a minute, put that on the
travels with
camera.
oral sex myths.
Oh.
They had no idea that was a such
Let me get
thing.
them on camera.
Pulling this out of his pocket.
I gotta show that.
Oh my
Right.
God.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
let's-
y'all something.
let me
That's
see
for
that.
her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay,
for her.
y'all.
That's for her.
Oh, this is.
I
That's
get
not
them
for
from
you.
Walmart.
Hold
You
on.
can order it. I'll get you something. I'll order something.
Okay.
They can be ordered.
Yes.
Oh,
They can be
that's
ordered.
this. And he said it's for the women.
Yes.
So
This
what's
is-
for the
Okay,
men?
so-
This is Mr. Sensational.
So you won't have
brought this
that.
up.
Oral sex
It
myths.
numbs. Yeah.
This is for the women.
Oh, it numbs
for
It
the
numbs.
women.
throat.
Yes.
Oh, so
This
this
is for
So
This
that's
is
when
for-
they really want to do
when
like
they do
deep
the
throat.
deep throat.
this is for gaggers.
Had no
Ah.
idea. This is for gag
Oh.
reflex. No idea. No idea.
And that's one.
I don't
grow
need
on.
that though, but
No. But here's my question.
but don't fucking judge
He
me
had that in his pocket on a Monday night.
because anything can
Don't
happen
fucking
once he
judge me.
leaves here. Once he leaves here, anything can happen.
It
And
ain't
it
by his
says allow
bedside.
one
It's
man
not
to
by his
dissolve
bedside
slowly in
table.
the
Wow.
mouth.
Wow.
So
I
why?
There are
I got a
myths
question
for all
then.
you women out there
So while she's sucking your dick, right?
that
She have this
Will numb your
dissolving, or
tongue
she's sucking it
so
prior
you won't
to.
gag.
Oh, she
It's a
asking all the
mint. You
technical
taste the
stuff.
mint. It
It's-
does its magic. And
Cuz
you
oh.
know
Just
what?
go ahead.
You are
Just
now free to
taste it.
Let me see this.
She ain't doing no work right now. She's right. It's not like she's working right now. I mean, damn. After the show, maybe, but damn.
Why don't y'all take just
Oral
why don't y'all try
sex
it out?
myths.
It's useless if we're
It
not
will
sucking
numb
dick at this moment.
The
Okay, so I
throat.
got a question. How long does this last? How long does the numbness last?
She
I
about to
don't
do
know.
research on it.
I do, so I don't know.
You don't know?
So does she have once
She
she
trying to
popped
set
the
you up.
It
mint?
says
She
six-
asking him.
6 hours.
Wait,
6
once
hours.
Don't fall for it. Don't
No,
fall
I'm
for
just playing.
Don't kid.
I'm
No.
joking.
Once,
She
wait a
asking-
minute.
she
Once she
asking him
puts
how
the
long it
mint in
lasts.
her mouth, does she have to wait? Should she wait a minute before she starts giving you the sloppy toppy? Or
It's just a mint.
I
You're
know
welcome to
it's
try.
just a mint, but it's not kicking in right away. So I
But
mean,
for all you strong, for all you gaggers, this is extra
It's
strength.
very similar to what
Okay.
the old menthol. It's
Antonio
you-
say, "Okay, now."
and
For all you gaggers,
I'm gonna tell y'all how
extra
it is.
strength.
That's right. Do it for your fans.
She's taking one for the team.
There
Uh-oh.
you go. See, you know what I like. You all right.
Why you got me? Why you recording me?
She's taking
Did
one
you,
for
did
the
you
team.
take it back like you was popping a pill? Did you just
Because
actually take it
it's
back?
actually
It's a shot
like,
of pill?
it is a
It's a
pill.
shot.
It's a minty pill.
All right, y'all.
Hey, Queen, go ahead and take
My
one for the
bad.
team.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
tell y'all
sucking
how
dick
this.
right now, so it's pointless.
I'm gonna tell y'all how this numbing agent works. All right.
Uh-oh.
All right,
So-
gonna be
That's dedication.
look, in 20 minutes, she gonna
You
be like,
not
Wait,
dedicated.
hold up. I'm not.
She's
Because I
dedicated.
fuck around
You
and I
talking,
leave
but
here,
she
my
ain't
goddamn
about.
throat close up. No,
Right.
on my ass.
So we might get a word in.
Okay.
Hold on. So I have a question. So does this create extra saliva? Why you recording me? Damn it.
Oh, you're on live on Intimacy
Oh, you wanna
Chronicles.
see it?
Okay, so
Yes.
all right, so the debate was I guess the question was.
I done got hot,
I
goddamn.
know, right? Yeah, I know, right? I guess the debate was
Off the mint?
the more
No, I
saliva.
didn't do that.
It's the subject.
I'm just saying it's the subject. Shit.
So I guess the debate
Now I see
was.
something brown and shiny. Ooh. My bad.
What was the? I forgot the question. The question was
Come on, man. Come on. No, come on.
He got
Stay strong,
caught
brother.
up.
Stay strong.
Stay strong,
Got
brother.
caught up.
numb your whole marine.
Right.
So the debate was whether or not is it a deal breaker if a woman doesn't give you the sloppy. and I can't see.
You're damn right.
Is it?
Is it?
They
So
still
you gotta spit on it.
They still make those?
I don't think all women have
Now
to
Tony's went out with like new coke
Excuse
in
me,
the
speaking
exit
for
and
myself,
whatnot.
I don't have to spit on a dick and he's perfectly satisfied.
As long as you're doing something, you know what I'm saying? It's like, as long as you're in the game, it's all good.
I'm
All right,
always
so-
in the game,
all right,
so.
You know what?
All right, here's some food for thought. Here's the deal, because
Food for thought.
I guess another question is whether or not, let's say she's doing it wrong. Okay, do we stop and give advice, or we do what do we do?
Well, are you all sucking a dick? How can you give advice?
I can't make a watch, but I can tell time. You know.
That's why I didn't say nothing. And you just entered that right on live camera. You got the shit face. And yes.
I can't make that phone, but I know how to use it.
Tell them right now how you gonna suck a dick and teach them. Tell them right now, brother. Drummer boy.
I think it's time for a commercial break.
Rin Tin Tin.
I would ask it if he's eating some coochie wrong. How
It
would
was
you
a
If
hypothetical
he's
question.
eating some
for the two.
coochie wrong, I'm gonna
would you
put
know?
that head in a position to where it needs to be.
Okay.
Well,
Um,
there's your answer, sir.
I don't understand why that stumped you. I
Uh,
mean, I'm just saying. So I
And
want to
he
ask the
actually
men in
sitting
the
there
group,
stumped.
how
Don't
would you
know the
advise
figure.
a woman on how to suck your dick to my men? And is spitting on the dick a deal breaker?
You can, okay, so
That's a question.
I'm not gonna say that you can advise her, but what you do is you can tell the woman
What feels good?
what feels good and what you
Yeah,
like.
don't twist my words.
Well, I'm trying to figure
What
out
you
why
like?
you had a hard time putting that together.
I mean,
Yes.
I
listen.
feel like
Because
it's
y'all,
sensational. You
it
always
actually
leave when they
works.
get hot.
I'm like
Didn't
Jerry
we talk
Springer.
about
I start
that?
the shit
Yes,
straight back.
can you tell us how that is?
It actually
Right.
works. You can feel the numbness in your throat. So y'all, give me that thing again. So
Buy
ladies,
the Bible through Groupon.
So this segment is brought to you by
By
Oral
oral
Sex.
sex
Where
net.
you order that from? Amazon?
Groupon.
You a damn lie.
I'm not.
Oh.
Nate, we're recording
So
the
fellas-
I'm going on Groupon.
Wait, we
this is
recording
my
the commercial.
plug. Okay, this is my plug. For
Oh.
all those who don't know how to gag,
Oral sex mitts
oral sex mitts.
for your numbing pleasure.
You are
Go
definitely, that
A
is
damn
great.
advertisement.
Exactly, that was great.
So
Don't make people
fellas,
buy
where,
two.
I'm sorry, where do you get it?
Don't let the
Groupon
smooth
has
taste
it.
fool
Oh,
you.
Groupon has it. So whoever
Don't
has a
let the
Groupon
smooth
account or go
taste.
download the
Don't be
Groupon app,
spilling Coke
you can get
45.
these for your mate, or you can get them for yourself.
Okay, they work for men.
Wow.
No, they
I'm
don't work for
saying-
men.
No, hell no.
We don't
work
need it. We
for
would
men.
Hell no.
They don't.
They ain't make tongue mints.
No, they don't work for men.
I'm just saying, well.
Don't
So
even.
there y'all go. Go ahead and get the numbing mints. It actually works.
Okay.
My throat is basically numb.
No.
I don't know.
newfound confidence.
She says
Now
that
you,
eating
now
the
you got
mint,
a lot to say. Now you have a lot to say.
eating the mint has made her throat numb. So it does work. This is not no.
So wait, hold on.
Trick
It
of the
made
shit.
it made
This is real
so
shit.
your tongue ain't numb. So it just
back
made
of my
warm.
tongue is
Back
numb.
of okay.
The back of my tongue is numb.
Okay.
This is some real
So
shit.
whatever it touches gonna make numb. Right?
Yes. So
This is
that
some
means
real
your
shit.
dick might get
So
numb.
that's what I
if
was
you're-
going to say.
Right, so if
Yeah.
you're sucking the dick while you have it in your mouth, the dick is gonna get some form of
Yeah.
numbness. So therefore, if you're coming,
How you
oh,
know that already?
Because her
what?
throat is numb.
She done making drawing inferences. And
So this actually, so for people who don't swallow like myself, who refuse to,
put your finger in your mouth and see if it makes your finger numb.
so for people who don't swallow like myself, so basically because
You
if the
on
dick
fire.
is numb
Isn't he?
and he
You know
comes,
what happened when
then
I
you won't
recovered.
actually probably won't even feel it. You won't feel the throbbing of him coming in your mouth because your mouth is numb.
So you're subject to swallow then.
Right after
Yeah.
sucking this mint, yes.
Okay.
But that ain't gonna happen because he ain't gonna kiss me after the fact.
Damn.
Wow, that
Y'all
was
already
pretty
know
good.
how I feel about that.
was
So-
pretty
You can
good.
order the mints off of Groupon.
Okay.
Order the mints off of Groupon.
I'm just amazed how he just pulled that out of his pocket.
Because he comes prepared.
Listen.
Right. So that means he's probably going to get his
Would
dick
you-
sucked.
would
He
you
done
rather-
lined up a little dick sucking
Would
session
you rather for
after
him to
the
pull
show.
them out of his pocket or salami?
Only you would do that.
Oh no, you know, come on, don't leave me hanging, Queen. Don't leave me hanging. How many times he done sat here talking about sandwiches?
Oh,
Come on,
gosh.
Queen. Come on, Queen. Come on, Queen.
Gosh.
So,
Okay.
All right. So any
Anyway.
responses? Any responses from your?
No, they acting shy right now on this
So no one
sloppy
knows.
Yeah,
toppy
mine is too.
kind of thing.
So everybody just
yeah.
actually listening to what we say. They don't
Yeah.
know nothing.
Anybody out? Any males out there like sloppy toppies?
Well, I'm gonna say
My
in
question
terms
is
of
it a deal breaker?
yeah,
That's
talking
my-
about the women, I don't want a motherfucker spitting shit down there.
In your cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't like that. Hell no.
So let me ask you this. So your eyes, and you're laying in the bed, your eyes rolling back in your head, and you feeling all this pleasure. All of a sudden, he does that. You gonna stop and say, "Don't do it"?
It's gonna turn me completely off.
It
Just that
is.
sound from somebody spitting on me.
I mean,
It's just gonna, oh my
okay.
God, it's gonna shoot that orgasm back up.
I agree.
We're not talking about hawking. We ain't
It
talking
doesn't
about
matter
Yeah,
the
we-
sound of somebody
I just
spitting
find that
in
hard to
it.
believe. Okay.
It's
okay,
just,
I
I think it's the sound from it and knowing what's coming.
see. I find,
You know what I'm saying?
I find that hard to believe. I'm more to the thing where
Well, have you spit in somebody coochie?
But
probably. I mean,
What do you mean? Probably you
I
don't
mean,
know.
that's a yes
But I
or no
do.
question. You know if you done it. Have you
I
done it?
can't really recall, but I can't see my.
And so let me. Is it smooth?
It's not-
I'm just.
So how
I'm
do you
It's
trying
not,
to-
it's not like
It's
how do
not
you do it?
silent.
you
It's
say how?
Yeah, you just.
Well,
How do you do
I'm like you.
stuttering. I mean,
I generate
Yeah,
saliva.
yeah, so
You feel what I'm
it's
saying? But it's sort of like the guy who was seasoning the meat like that.
that's the
yeah, it's
bad.
not like
Okay.
it's not like you
But
walking or anything.
that's
like
how I
that.
do
It's
it. So what you do is you just go ahead and send a little drop down there and then go ahead and just tag.
So how do
just
you do it? Do you say like she said, or I mean it's just
You
I think it's the
Okay,
sound.
listen,
I'm not thinking of hawking
you
spit.
drew it.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of
so
getting
let's
that.
get this straight. And
Yeah.
nobody's
You
talking
get like that?
or anything.
I'm not
like that.
saying that. And Ray just
Uh-huh.
said
So the
if
thought
a
that
man
pussy's
spit
making
in
you
her
do right
pussy,
now?
Huh?
she's gonna
The thought
bury
that
his
pussy's making
his
you do
face
right
that
now?
much deeper in
You
hers.
better queen, mama.
He said
Okay,
what now?
We got a response.
We got a response.
We got a
Ray
response.
says if someone spit in her pussy, she's just gonna bury his face that much deeper into it.
Okay.
That is
But
the
he should have had
any-
to spit.
any woman
What the
out
hell you
there
throwing your hands up
that
in the
like
air
to have their man or any man spit on the pussy.
I'm just,
Any women out there, I know it is.
but my thing is, I can see.
There are women that like to have their asshole spit on if the man gonna stick the dick in there.
Okay.
Lube.
Have you done that?
Yes.
Okay, that's why you bought that.
I just want to put it on.
So,
Put it on.
see, because I think this is really gonna happen. Y'all having sex, and he does this, and you in the back of your mind, man, he just spit in my foot. Okay, I'm gonna keep it going.
No.
And then y'all
It's a
probably
mental.
Oh,
I think for me,
OMG.
it's a
afterwards.
mental thing because
I
I'm
can't see
gonna
y'all
say
stopping it.
that this
It was
motherfucker just spit on my shit.
right.
Okay.
He just.
So Rashina Summers
Hi, Rashana.
Hi, Rashina.
has also found it on Amazon.
Oh.
It is on Amazon for
Is it on-
$7.
Wait, is it on Prime?
Huh?
Is it on Amazon Prime?
Prime.
That means you can get it in 2 hours.
That means you get it in
Exactly.
2 You get it in 2
So-
The
hours.
oral sex men
Matter of
are
fact,
on
they
Amazon.
overnight and shit now.
Right, for the
So
holiday.
that means you get it the next day.
yeah.
Get it the
Go on
next
and get
day.
it. Go
Or
on and get
midnight
it.
tonight.
All y'all.
You can get
You
it so
know.
fast. You can start sucking, order,
Shit.
and by the
And
time
then
you
the
finish, you
knock
got
on the
it.
door.
You got it.
Hold on, y'all.
Oh my
Okay.
God, you got comments.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
So Michael wants to know what's the issue with swallowing. Michael already discussed it. My issue with swallowing is basically the man is not going to kiss me after I swallow. And if a man is not going to kiss me after I swallow, then there's no need for me to swallow.
So what if he say, "Baby, I'm gonna still kiss you"?
After I swallow?
Yeah.
Then sure.
Then
Right.
you'll
But
swallow.
you know what though?
Sure.
Let me
But the
tell
thing
you.
is, but here's the thing: if you tell me you're gonna kiss me after I swallow, and then you act like you don't want to kiss me, I'm gonna tongue the shit out your ass because you're gonna taste your shit.
And
Now,
I was
why
going
would
to go
the
and I was
man
going
wanna
to go
taste
there
his
because
own
you know
shit?
some women don't want to be fooled. If you say, "Yeah, I'm gonna kiss you afterwards,"
All right, you gonna
and then
kiss
you
a man?
don't.
You're going to hold some
You
under
kiss-
your
are you kissing a
tongue
man after
so
you
you
go
can
in?
kiss him
Okay, here's
and
the
let
question.
him share in the joys of his own
Are
semen.
y'all kissing a
Yeah,
man
you
after
patty,
he goes
yo.
down on you?
Of
It's my
course,
shit,
it's
damn
mine. I taste good.
Yeah.
Y'all know what y'all taste like?
I do
Yes.
know what I taste like. I taste my shit
Hell,
on my
before
fucking
you even
fingers.
go
When
down
I
there,
fucking masturbate,
exactly,
I taste myself.
exactly.
So I mean,
And we eat right.
yeah.
So our shit tastes right. Because you know when that's nasty.
Here's my thing. If I can't taste myself, why would I want somebody else to taste me? So I have to taste myself. I have to know what I taste like. So it goes back to like one of my posts I did the other day. Like when I masturbate in the mornings, yes, I do taste myself because I want to know what the fuck I taste like. Especially going to work and I don't have breakfast either. Ooh, child.
If your diet ain't right, man,
Breakfast
your shit won't taste
shampoo.
nasty.
I'm
I
just
say she
saying.
loved the way she tastes. Yeah. It's ours. If you can't taste it yourself, then you know something wrong with your shit.
Oh, Jeffrey, you'll kiss me? I
Listen.
bet. My throat is numb too, so.
Lost control of this
Y'all done lost control.
No, I-
Well, Nate tastes
Not me.
himself. I mean, he's
Not
gonna
me,
sit
I'm
there and
enjoying
act
the
like
ride.
it's
Not me, I'm enjoying the ride. You know me.
Just
You
the
know
same
me, I'm
man.
enjoying the ride.
Let me just give you some history. It's the same man. He learned how to eat snatch from his pillow. So he has no shame in his game. That's how he perfected the art of eating coochie.
So now the pillow's stalking him.
Don't fucking judge me.
That did sound like a judgment, didn't it?
Goddamn, Queen, this shit like you just find a way to slide that shit in there,
I
don't
was
you?
just trying to
Each and
explain
every time.
to our newcomers that, you know, you are just the man that'll take one for the team. Your openness to
Yeah,
try
all
new
this,
things is just, you
I
know.
don't mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me tell you why I did this. I told Queen in the beginning, I don't care. I'll take one for the team. I'll put myself out there because there are people right now that are like me that don't want to say nothing because they're afraid to be judged. They're afraid to be labeled.
And I
So
agree.
so when you get somebody that be like, damn, he did that? Oh shit, I don't feel bad then.
Right, yeah.
Come on. You with me on the train. I don't care. I'm going to put myself out there because guess what? It presents a joke and I explain why I do it. And I have no shame in my game.
Yeah.
And I agree with you.
None.
And that's why my page, Stop Clutching Your Damn Pearls, that's why I made that page. Because it's for people who are basically, like you claim you were, who just don't want to be at the forefront. Like they act like I don't suck dick, I don't swallow, or, you know, or I don't have anal sex and I don't do this and I don't do that. And people judge them if they come out and say I suck dick or I swallow or I do all these things. So I do the Stop Clutching Your Pearls because it's like stop judging people.
Let me tell you another thing too. Let me put myself out there again.
Ooh, go
Let me
ahead.
put myself out there again.
Mhm.
There are a lot of men that will say automatically, if you ever asked a man, have you ever had a salad toss?
Have you had your salad toss?
Have I?
That's why he brought that up.
Yes.
He wants to lead into that.
Yeah. Caught me on the low. Caught me on the low. Had me singing like Philip Bailey. Listen. And she and had my leg backwards like the salt man. The sprinkle guy. The sprinkle guy.
Yeah.
This how the back of my leg was. I didn't care. I listen. She caught me. She caught your boy slipping.
So what did she
How did
say?
it
How did
feel?
she catch you slipping? Tell the story. Tell the whole shit.
Well, and the bad part about it is, I just got caught slipping the other night.
Let's see.
I just got caught slipping the other night.
On that
Get
note.
caught slipping next week.
I just got caught slipping the other night. She's a African booty eater. You know what I'm saying? Cause she took. After she finished with me, I was like, whoa.
Like Nate Boomaye.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Like jumping up.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing though. There are men that play so hardcore. I ain't doing that shit. But my thing is, why do we try to force things for a woman to do if we ain't gonna do it our damn self? You know what I'm saying? If we some guys are so into wanting to put their dick in a woman's ass. I'm the kind of person, it's gonna come and go with me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a must. You know what I'm saying? If she want it, okay, I'm gonna do it. But at the same token, if you got a woman that says, okay, while I'm licking your balls, you know, I'm gonna.
Let me put this dildo.
No.
So wait a minute.
No.
So you're not gonna
Okay, we
let
got
the woman
limitations.
massage your prostate? You're
Huh?
not gonna allow her to massage your prostate in that process? I
What is-
see
what
him
is-
back there on the
define-
chair shaking his head like hell no.
So massaging prostate, that means sticking your finger.
Sticking
Yeah.
her
Hey,
finger.
listen.
Yeah. She don't
No,
necessarily have
no.
to stick the finger in his ass.
No,
She can actually access it. You know.
I draw the line.
She don't have to stick the finger in your ass.
Huh?
She don't have to stick the finger in your ass to massage your prostate.
I mean, see, that's where. See, there are guys who take that.
Mm-hmm.
I know a guy right now that when him and this girl get into it, he tells his girl while he on top, put your finger in my butt.
But that
He
doesn't.
tells his girl that.
Okay, but that doesn't make him less than a man because he allowed.
Yeah, but there's
I
a
think the
limit.
reason a lot of men have a problem with it is because
There's
they
a
doubt
limit.
their sexuality. And they think
Okay.
it's something tied to being gay.
But let me
It's
ask you a
not.
question.
What?
So, you know, you want to put me out there, I'm gonna put you out there.
That don't
Okay.
make no difference.
So the thing about it is, Queen don't teabag.
Hell no. Don't come for me because I see that look out the corner of my eye. Don't come for me.
Oh man, Queen don't teabag.
I said in 2018.
All of y'all
I
who know
might
what
try
teabagging
it.
is, you know what I'm talking about. Queen ain't never had the teabag done.
You said that in 2017. Now it's
Well, we-
2018.
well, the year almost
And she
over,
said
so-
she was gonna try it.
We got 35 days left in this year.
She said she was gonna try it, and we haven't heard Queen say she tried it yet.
I haven't tried it yet. I think
Have you?
Huh?
If you can
she
harm,
had
you
to
can
take it to the
hear.
mint on
If you can
that.
harm, you can hear.
I like that. You can hide, you can hear.
If you can harm, you can hear.
It's hot in here.
Ain't it?
Have you
I don't know
tried
if it's
teabag?
mimosa or what.
Have I tried teabag? Huh?
First time everything.
Okay. Well,
Yes, I have.
you like it? Or is it more for his pleasure?
It was more so for him.
Okay.
You high five it for.
So Ray said,
Got to give the high fiver.
yeah.
The high five on that one.
Yeah.
Got to give the high five on that
Have you been
one.
teabagged?
Yes.
Okay.
You teabagged your wife?
Huh?
What?
I've
You got
teabagged.
really excited.
Right.
Okay.
Hold on.
Have you teabagged? You got so damn excited. So Ray said, getting back to the prostate, that's where a man's true orgasm is.
But here's the thing.
Is Ray a male or female?
The female,
So how she know?
because she's given that.
But okay, so here's the thing. A lot of guys will say automatically, and I've heard them, that they not eating a woman's ass.
That's a lie.
They're not tossing no woman's salad.
That's a lie.
Yeah, I
They're-
think that's a lie.
They'll eat the pussy, but they won't eat the
That's a
ass.
lie.
Well, everybody doesn't do that.
Let me tell you the reason why. I had one guy said, "Man, I'm not doing that. A place where she shits, I'm not going to the back there." But here's the thing: do you know that if you lick and suck on a woman's asshole, she can have an orgasm? There's a nerve in her ass that presents her to get aroused, and she has an orgasm
Well,
just by
sometimes for
you
women,
eating her ass.
Al, we have sometimes the hardest orgasm from anal.
Is that true? Really?
Yeah. It's a, oh my God, yes. So,
You learn
see.
something new every
You
day.
should try it.
Huh?
You should try it.
I'll put it on my bucket list.
And does that start tonight? I mean,
Nice.
Yep.
so, if
Wow.
we're talking about turn-ons and things that you are willing to try, I'm not going to ask you because you're wide open for anything. Don't give me that look.
But why you don't want to ask me? I feel left out if you don't ask me.
Because I know a lot of times I know that your answer to a lot of things is yes. Because
Get the
You are not
fuck out of here!
I'm
When
just
you
saying,
said putting the
because
finger
you
in the
are-
ass, that was a no.
Well, here's the thing. saying.
Shit.
If you're comfortable enough to let a woman stick her tongue back there,
Why not the finger?
exactly.
I got more.
What's the difference?
What's
What?
the rules?
What's the
You
difference?
let her tongue go back
What's the
there.
difference?
She got limits.
What's the difference?
Everybody got limits.
A tongue is a little soft and squirmy. The
She can-
finger
she can-
is
she
hard
can-
and
exactly.
pointy.
This
I'm
is
not
what she
having
do.
it.
No, this is what she do.
But look at y'all nails.
Hell no.
She
Well,
don't
we
have to
can
have
cut them,
nails.
yeah, we can cut the
She
nails.
don't have to have nails.
Hell no.
What do you mean, hell no?
No, I got morals.
What the hell morals?
I got morals.
Where are they?
So the tongue goes in the
Well,
ass, but the finger can't go in the ass?
Don't worry
I'm
about
just
it.
saying, where are
You
they?
don't even come for me, Queen.
You done propped your ass up in the air like hot cross buns and left my lick. Now he got more.
Listen, I never said I never said. I hope your mouth get dry. Nah, I never said I heist my ass. No.
What you do?
I'm saying you got a fat
What
ass,
you
man.
do?
So I know
It
you
was
had
just
your
a
shit
it was a
propped
caught
up
off
in
guard.
See,
I was caught off
the
guard.
thing about
So
it,
let
she
me
got,
see,
she
let me-
already
let
got the
me see.
visual. She already got
So
the visual.
basically,
Right,
she do, like,
exactly.
spread your legs like
Exactly.
this?
Huh?
What you do? How she do it?
Nah.
How she do it?
This
Did you
She
ever?
already had
this one
this
was a trooper.
Really?
Now I'm 6'5", I'm like 5'70", big dude, strong as an ox. Man, she wrapped her arm around that motherfucking thigh, wrapped her arm around this motherfucking thigh, and did a kind of like flip with the wrist, where the
So she had
fist
it
went
like-
around
so
the
she
back
had
of the
you
calf.
propped up like a $2 hole.
She threw me back. I'm like, where's she going with this? Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm telling you, it was like Southwest. I was flying. I didn't know I was out my mind. I come on. I've been drinking.
It sounds like this.
Now
time
that's
you-
what we
so
saying. You were
looking at
drinking.
I had
That's why you allowed it.
sangrias.
Oh my God.
Sangrias, you didn't even have
Both
strong
times.
liquor?
Both times.
her. Yeah.
What?
So I
So
can
you
give you
hooked
some
now,
wine
huh?
and you be alright.
You hooked.
Yay, hook.
Listen. Listen.
The morals don't win.
It was something that it ain't an everyday thing for me. It ain't like
It was your birthday.
I send a
I was
text.
gonna say only holidays and birthdays.
It ain't like I send a text like, hey honey, hey,
It is Thanksgiving.
Special occasion.
But
you
you
know,
can't go back knocking on the door the next
Mr.
day, right?
Mr. Booty asked about you today. No, it ain't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, you talking about a woman that is just open for me to do whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I want to put my tongue in the ass, I can do it. If I want to put my dick in the ass, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? If I want to teabag her, and she's a trooper,
Right.
knowing the risk
That she could possibly die
that she could possibly die from this.
from that going terribly wrong.
I'm telling you,
One
there
slip
is,
on a banana
there is
peel.
there is one sock that is waiting to be
That's what I'm
slipped on.
saying. That's what I'm
And if I
saying.
slip on a sock, I'm telling you, it's
She's
all
dead.
she wrote.
She's
It's
dead.
all she wrote. I'll
The cops will be high-fiving you once they find out the
So,
cause of death.
Listen, I you know,
So you fell for the banana in the tailpipe, not once but twice.
The
Yeah,
tongue in the
what are you gonna
tailpipe.
I fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Oh my God, they so crazy. So Mr.
I
Vine.
foresee this happening again.
What
You
else
know,
is
but
there?
the thing about it is, let me tell you like this: sex has been a word that has been covered by censor for so long. Don't nobody want to talk about it. Everybody just want to be stayed covered in their shell. They feel like whatever they do in their house, they just do in their house. So they don't want to share it with nobody. They just think that everything is just so taboo, just whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Sex is a wonderful thing when you can engage with the right person.
You made a real good point. You know what? Because even self, like from women, I think it's different now. But you know, I've known some women who pretend that they're not as good as good with oral sex.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with a new person. You know what I mean? Because they don't want that. They're like, because you pull out all the tricks.
Present.
Yeah, if you
Present.
pull out all the
That's what
tricks
she
the
said.
first night, you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, "What the hell? How you know this?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's alluding to what you said. You know, people don't want to really talk about.
I'm an amateur.
You're an amateur. Too.
I'm an amateur.
An amateur
Yeah.
pro. Okay.
Like the first time, yeah, I'm an amateur.
I'm an
Next,
amateur.
the second
Okay.
time,
And she's swinging on the chandelier,
Swinging
split
on the ceiling
upside
fan,
down. You know, all of that. I
she's
think
swinging
that-
on the. She's swinging on
I'm
the.
gonna need y'all to stop high over here. Okay, I'm gonna need
Oh,
y'all to stop.
Giving the man.
Oh
monkey
my
feet.
God, I'm
Monkey
telling you.
feet.
Yeah, monkey. You know when your toes.
I'm an
curl up
amateur.
like
Oh yeah.
Monkey don't.
that. Your feet just curl up like this.
Lord have mercy. I think it's
Oh,
interesting
man.
though.
Yeah, but why? Why is it that?
I think a lot of times we are
Male
raised to
dominated.
believe that sex is dirty.
True.
You know, so a lot of people are still closeted. They feel like, as he stated, it's taboo. Why are we talking about this? I think we have to talk about it in order to educate our children. We don't want them growing up learning the wrong things. I grew up thinking that once I came on my period, that I couldn't play with boys anymore because I would fucking get pregnant.
That's what I told my daughters.
Well,
What the hell?
I
I'm
think
just playing.
that's-
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
high vanilla slice.
Real man.
I think that we have to let them know the real truth.
Yeah.
I think for me, I'm glad that I had such an open relationship with my son because I didn't want him learning the wrong thing.
True.
I didn't want him thinking that, you know, it's okay for you to have sex and not use protection or anything like that. Anything he wanted to ask, I was there to listen and advise. I was there, and I say this a lot. I mean, I showed him how to put a condom on. So I think my thing is, it's our responsibility to educate, educate, and educate. It's not a dirty word, but, you know, certain people's upbringing, they were taught it was a dirty word. It was something that you just share with your husband or your wife, you know, and I disagree with that. I think that a lot of times ignorance is the cause of high teenage pregnancy and STDs.
Yep.
So we have to talk about it.
That's so true.
So,
But see, but not only that, you know, there are relationships now that are suffering because no one wants to open up. No one wants to put a little gasoline on the candle to spark up the flame. You know, it's bad when you a certain age and your girlfriend is a certain age and your girlfriend get more play in a week than you done in just one day. And she's doing things where you looking at her like, what is that? What is that? But you're a grown woman, so you don't say, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Not unless you really want to. Now, I know y'all got women y'all done did some things. They be like, well, how did you do that?
no, let me say this.
When did you do that?
I only have a handful of friends, and they're just as nasty as I am. So you can talk about certain things, and they're not going to be like surprised, you know. So I'm going to say no to that. But I think if I'm having a conversation with maybe some family members that may not be as open as I am, then they'll say, really? You did that? But not my friends, you know.
And I agree, because I was having a conversation actually where I was telling someone, you know how they say birds of a feather flock together? I was like, no, birds of a feather don't flock together.
Yeah.
Because there are things that if I was supposed to tell some people that I've done, they're probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, and it'd be like, well, damn. You know, and it, more so they'll look at me like, well, what the fuck you been doing? Like,
Yeah.
you know, but I live because my thing is I got one life to live, and if I want to have a threesome, let me have a threesome. If I want to fuck outside in the car or in the rain or on top of my truck or wherever, let me do that. I want to experience these things. I want to know what these things feel
Right,
like and what it's
right.
like. Like I've had sex on the plane, I've had sex on the boat, I've had sex everywhere because I'm gonna experiment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of my friends, y'all that are watching right now, yes, I've done a lot of fucking in my time.
I think people, a lot of times, they judge because they haven't experienced. They're not open-minded enough to try it. So a lot of times they judge what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it makes them comfortable with who they are.
Can I ask you a question?
It depends.
Can you tell me the story about the prostitute in New York?
The prostitute. Okay, so I used to live in New York, and I used to have a prostitute that lived upstairs from me. So this prostitute would always come and tell us, like, what she did. And she actually was the one that taught me how to give blowjobs.
Okay.
Why? Get your hand off your damn face.
Both of them, I mean, they just seem like they mesmerized.
But y'all, I'm still an amateur at blowjobs. Even though I had a prostitute teach me, I'm still an amateur. So
that's her story. And
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
sticking
she's
to
sticking
it.
with
that's my story and I'm sticking to it. But no, she would actually come and she would show us how to, you know, do it on the banana, do it on the blow pops, do it on cucumber. So like different things, like how to suck dick,
And
how to
old were
basically
you?
control.
You were a teenager, right?
I was young, yeah.
Okay.
And so she would also teach us how to control the man from coming. Yeah, so it's like if you.
It's gone.
So it's like you can feel like he's about to come because you feel that throbbing and he's about to come. You can actually like squeeze the base of his penis and keep it. You should try it. Get your friend to try it with you. Squeeze the base.
Right now, he's getting concentrated.
And I know you watching too.
Oh God, Lord have mercy.
To keep him from coming. And so it would make him go longer. You know, the blowjob goes long because this is something she did as a profession. So she had to get her money's worth out of it. You see what I'm saying? So if you're charging $50 for a blowjob, you're going to give him his $50 worth. So if he's getting ready to come, you're that good and he's getting ready to come, you have to stop him from coming so you can get your $50 worth. See what I'm saying?
Wow.
Y'all can practice that.
So I'm still an amateur. I'm still an amateur, y'all.
What you say, Van? Because she said blowjob.
Yes, I'm still
She
an
had
amateur.
everybody at blowjob.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
So,
That's pretty interesting.
yeah.
I think, men, you all could also help yourselves and master master the art of releasing too soon. You know, just change your breathing patterns. You know, I talked about that before with that
Shit.
tantra. Y'all need to look it up.
Shit.
Slow down.
Yeah.
What is
Well,
changing breathing?
I think the thing that people need to understand, sex can be so much more than just a gratification. And I talk about this a lot. You know, you all need to practice tantra. It'll definitely bring tantra. It'll definitely heighten your sexual experience. If you change your breathing patterns during the process of getting a blowjob or having sex and just kind of like breathe slowly, you can have the hardest orgasm.
Any comments?
Somebody
I don't
said
have
your
a
stroke
problem.
number.
Let me tell you.
Do you
if
count
you have
your strokes? Like when you get ready to come,
Hell
do you
no,
slow
he
down on
don't
your
count.
strokes or do you go faster?
Van said
Like, if
don't
you
look
get
at
ready
him
to
because he
come-
can't concentrate.
If you get ready to come and you...
what?
I was like...
No, Van said don't look at him while you're giving the blowjob because he can't concentrate.
With the puppy dog eyes?
Well, I guess he
Like-
probably, like Bernie
what-
Mac said, what the fuck does she want? Why is she looking at me?
Listen, Bernie Mac said that shit. What are you looking at me for? What you want me to tell you doing a good job? Keep up the good work.
Does it break y'all concentration if we look at you?
No. I mean,
Some men want that eye to eye.
It all depends on how you look at the man. If you look at the man,
no, it's-
that's gonna blow me the fuck right off.
How you want her to look?
Would
Sleep.
you want her to look like she's daydreaming
I'll tell you
or?
that.
Like, listen.
The best
The
look-
the droopy eyes, like that.
I'm not a looker because I'm turned on while I'm doing it. So I'm not going to look because I'm just really turned on.
The
The
droop.
best look,
I-
the
well,
best look to have from a woman doing that is a look of confidence. When she looking at you and be like, yeah.
Right there.
Oh my God.
Really? I never heard that, but whatever works.
What was the question?
Counting strokes.
And him right there says, tell Queen counting works for him.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Well,
30.
Okay, so he said it doesn't break his concentration.
Counting.
this is
Well,
Would you
what-
have a hard? I mean, and I think that Jeffrey, that takes a lot
Section
of
number 50 pumps.
concentrating.
That's what he said.
To me,
50
it
pumps.
seems
You
like
don't
you're
go
more
count.
focused, where some men probably wouldn't even be
You don't believe
focused
you count.
enough to do
That's
that.
what he said too.
But I like that.
If you so that's for what, for guys who come fast. Let me tell you, if you want, okay, let me tell you, all you men,
New
how to stop
experience.
coming fast.
You gotta
What
read
you
that.
do?
You gotta drop some knowledge.
Let me drop knowledge on all
Read
you
that.
fellas on how to not come fast for a male. Okay, so what you do is, if you know that you and your woman is getting ready to get into sexual activity, the man can actually go ahead, get a flick, look at a flick, porno or whatever, beat his man, get that first nut out. Once you get that first nut out, then guess what? You'll be able to hold it coming the second time around.
But would you really have to do that if you just took the time to get to know your body and what works for you?
I don't know.
And get to know your partner.
Yeah,
When the
I'm
pussy is
just
just
saying,
like so
I
good,
think that
it's just
to do
like
that-
you figure fuck the 50 pumps. You know, I be at 38 sometimes. Like,
So that means you're in it just for the gratification and not for the experience.
No.
Not for the-
Sometimes,
No.
sometimes she's in control, and
Okay.
and she knows
Yeah.
what buttons to push, and she does it on purpose.
Is that when she stick the finger up the ass? Oh, I'm sorry, the tongue up the ass.
no.
She's
No.
your queen to
No, not at all.
coming for you, man.
No,
She
no,
coming
That's
for
I
you.
know,
Jeffrey.
I
had to
know,
go along
I
with
know.
Jeffrey on
It's so
that,
on the
yeah.
case,
I know.
it's like this. You know,
She slid right in there.
She slid
Slid
right
right
in
in
there.
She slid in the base.
like the dude on the roller skates.
You know what? That was a look that you probably should have did.
Yeah, y'all ain't getting me on camera, dude.
Well, Van said if you haven't had any for a while, then you're
Yeah,
probably gonna come
That's
fast.
pre-sex. That's a
Well, he says some men don't get hard right away after the first. Oh, some men don't get hard right away after the first one. That's why I know my stroke number.
Which I think that's a great point, because a lot of times, like you
What's your
said, they
sleep
don't get
number?
hard right away afterwards
What's it-
because they
what's your sleep
depleted
number?
their sexual energy.
12.
5. I got you at being at 5.
What's my pickup line? You got a minute?
3.5. At
ain't
3.5, he like, hold it.
Nah,
And that's what the finger
But
the booty.
no, you know what? I have. Don't fucking judge me. I know. I have gotten, like what you said, as far as getting to the grasp of your body, and I think it came. I think I started getting into the grasp of it because that song that came out, I Don't Want No 1 Minute Man.
No,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
So-
be a 1 minute man? Is that what you're saying?
He
You used to be a
upgraded
1
to
minute,
3.
So you stepped it up.
He upgraded to 3.
Well, no, it wasn't 1 minute. It wasn't a 1 minute, but it was
And a
like
half.
2.5.
So you was a 2. So what are you now? Like at a 4 minute?
Oh no!
You
Six and a half.
I didn't control my mind where I come when I'm ready to
Start thinking
come.
about my
7
taxes
minutes.
or something.
No, it ain't
That's
no
how you
7.
stretch it out.
Yeah, I was
See,
like,
let me tell you. I know everybody wants to throw the joke out there because of the big guys. We big guys, we know how to train our minds where we come when we want to come.
See, but here, all right, this is coming from somebody in a long-term relationship. Like, okay, here's a situation. I know my wife's body better than she knows her body, and vice versa. So
Yeah.
sometimes if I want to make her come in, like, let's say 30 seconds or a minute, I could do that.
Get them.
Yeah,
What you do? Suck on the clip?
I do whatever. I do many things.
He
you
do
know.
what he do.
See, no, but you gotta realize it's more than just before the, like I said,
Yeah,
before the
that's
physical.
what we're
Right,
saying.
it's the mental.
It's the
Right.
mental.
It's the
you know
mental.
what I mean? Once you
And
connect
that's
it,
where
you-
everybody fuck up
Yep.
and not
it ain't
realize.
Yeah.
all about the physical.
And
then-
that's the
Nobody's
point.
doing
That's the
foreplay no more.
yeah, you could, you could connect, and once you get there, so sometimes, like, you try to control it, but you can't because she knows what to do, and she
Yeah.
knows what to
Yeah, sometimes we
So
just want y'all to hurry
and
up
I
and
really
be done
think-
because we got stuff to do.
and I really think it's an empowerment thing
True.
And sometimes she'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna make you do it right now. I'm like, no, please don't, or something like that.
And there's no harm in that.
Unless I.
There's no harm in that because you know what? There has been times where you get a woman and she hit that button and next thing you know, you coming like that and you feeling like, why'd you do that? Like I wasn't ready to come. But then there are times, guess what? You catch the woman slipping.
Yeah.
And when you catch her slipping, next thing you know, you done took her ass to the fucking moon
Yeah, absolutely.
on just like on a sneaky part.
Okay, what's going
I'm
on
gonna
with that?
read Jeffrey's comment. He said, "Tell Queen, don't rush it." I understand, Jeffrey, but sometimes, every now and then, y'all can be long-winded at the wrong goddamn time. I just want it.
Look.
I just want to
Hurry
get
up,
it
the
done.
cops coming.
Hurry up. You
Hurry
know
up.
I got dinner in the oven.
Like
The police
y'all
coming.
say
Not all the time. I'm just
because y'all
responding to his
don't want a
comments.
minute
Sometimes
man,
y'all
but y'all don't want
want
a
the-
long
Sometimes
winded
I'm like, look, let's just. I don't say it.
Not all the time.
Yeah,
not
it's
all the
not
time.
all the
not
time.
all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It
the
just
quickie
depends.
is
Like
quickie is
sometimes you
worshipful.
just walk in the door and you had
Yeah.
that long day, you just want to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Oh.
like bam, 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 bam. Let's get it in.
Look, Finish
Talk
him.
about it.
Finish him.
Mortal Kombat.
We don't want you to rush us, but I'm just saying every now and then we just need that quick
He
hit.
said, "Hurry up, her husband coming."
Or that,
Hurry up.
exactly.
Hurry up, the cops
I
coming.
gotta read Van's comment because he said I can't do tantric sex and come for 10 minutes because I'm trying to go to sleep or wash the car or something else. Then
He
yeah,
said
you
come for
shouldn't
10
be.
Oh,
minutes.
damn.
That's what tantric do?
It will do that when you learn to control your energy. So that's why I always bring it
Are
up.
you googling that?
Yeah, give me a couple weeks. I need some feedback.
And you will come for about 10 minutes or so.
Well, damn.
So perhaps you should do all those things before you practice tantric sex. How about that?
Y'all hear that?
But now I think for us, a lot of times, I like to, for me, I'm going to say what really turns me on before we even get physical. I really love to be massaged, especially in between my thighs. Oh my God, that just sends me to the moon. So once we get in the mix, I'm already excited. And I'm probably going to have about 2 or 3 orgasms.
Right,
So yeah.
That's your
and he would,
foreplay.
and he would know that.
He
and,
knows
and if
that.
He wants to,
Yeah.
And if he wants to play with you, I mean, or to control the
Right,
sensation, he
right.
could do it.
And that's
the same
including
thing-
massaging your butt too, right?
And that's
Oh,
the same
yeah,
thing a
that's a
woman would
must.
know about.
That's a must.
But I'm saying that's the same thing a woman would know about the man. She's
Right,
like,
and that's
I
the
like-
thing. It's
he
about
likes to
knowing
be
your
kissed this
partner.
way, or he likes-
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what's your foreplay starter?
My foreplay starter.
Ooh.
Oral sex, of course, but I think I don't really have nothing specific.
Okay.
I don't, because it depends on what the mood is, or
Okay.
or what the thing. But I mean, I have my triggers, but
A quickie.
yeah, sometimes a quickie is a quickie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sometimes that's all you want.
What's your foreplay starter?
Ask him.
What's your foreplay starter?
Ask him.
Y'all
What's
been
your foreplay
high-fiving,
starter?
like, y'all been high-fiving all night. Now you can't ask him a question.
What's your fore?
Me.
Well, there you
There
have
you go.
it.
He said him.
Yeah, there you
Okay,
have it.
so how
It's all in how y'all interact.
It's
You know what I mean?
basically
So,
the
like,
mental.
It's
Okay.
a mental thing.
It's
where,
all in the mental.
Concentrating, like he said, his wife can take him to that point right then and there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
She
Yeah.
knows certain things about his body, and I know certain things about her body, and this, that,
Right.
and all about. So it's how you interact. With
So what's your foreplay starter?
For me,
Yeah.
like I told her, I like her sexuality. Like, she doesn't dress a certain way. She dress the way that I like.
It's
Whereas
like
though it's
attitude.
not everybody can see
Yeah.
what she had.
Right.
That it's something to the imagination.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? So I'm already there when we there. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So it's
right.
like,
Where you just like,
right,
this all mine.
right, it's all mine.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
So
right,
like,
Nah, I
right.
think that's
she's
hot.
very flirtatious.
Right, okay,
Right. I'm not an insecure person.
okay.
So she flirts, whatever. Hey, I was like,
Oh, look at her blushing. She's like,
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
No, that's right.
Like,
That shit over here hot.
That's how I feel.
Wait a minute. I
Give me
don't think that
another one of
there's
them
not
pills.
often where she's speechless, right?
Give me another one of
You're
them
not often
tablets.
speechless.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I
And
like
that's what
that.
I'm saying.
I
And
like
that's,
that.
And that's the same thing I was talking
Yeah.
about. It's like you got the superficial stuff, but really it's like knowing that person and knowing, like you can come in and it doesn't even have to do with it the way they dress. You can be coming in looking like in sweatpants.
Yeah.
And see, that's
You know what I
me.
mean?
If I don't have anywhere to go, I am a sweatpant and tennis shoe person all the time.
All right, man. Sean
That's
says his
what's
foreplay start is rubbing her feet on his dick.
Mm.
And if she cooks for him,
What's the
makes
name
him
of
horny.
that? What's the name of
We'll
that
have to
fetish?
try that.
Did we do a
Foot
show on
fetish.
fetishes?
Foot
Foot
fetish.
fetish?
Yeah.
No, it's something. It's called.
Voyeurism.
That's
it's-
mine. That's my fetish.
Voyeurism?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I like to watch.
Me too.
I don't know.
I think that
I
is
know
so
you're a mini-
damn
you're a
hot.
mini Jackie. You know what I mean?
That's
Mini
why I
Jackie.
said we connected because I felt like I was talking to
Y'all
myself.
need to go somewhere, man. You know what I mean? It's like two Jackies up
I'm
here,
in
man.
love. I'm in love. You know.
If you're like watching and nobody really knows that you're watching, like there was a time in Jamaica I was on a 16th floor balcony
Okay.
and I was having sex in the rain, and it was like people were actually watching, but it just didn't bother me. You know what I'm saying?
It
I had-
heightened your
Right. It
Yeah.
just made it that much more intense. I had sex in a club in Jamaica. You know how the strip clubs. Okay, so I had sex in the club in Jamaica, and it was just like people were just like everywhere.
Yeah.
But it
Shaba.
just heightened.
Watch me now.
Follow me now.
Wow.
But it just made the sex that much better,
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
like one of the best orgasms ever. When I
Yeah.
said it's like my knees was fucking buckled, and I was like, "Wait a minute, like give me a minute, just to."
Right. And it was the fact that you hiding in plain sight, and
Yeah.
And getting caught maybe, or just having other people watch. It's such a turn on.
Like going to Taboo.
Mhm.
You just go to Taboo and you're just like looking in the different rooms, and it's just like, it just makes, and then you go home to your partner, or if your partner's there with you, then, you go to the parking lot or wherever.
You talking that swinger spot?
Huh?
Taboo, that swinger
Don't
spot?
act like you ain't never. I mean, what are you? Come on, man. Don't do that. Do not do that. Could you possibly be talking about the swinger spot? Please don't
You really
do that.
fucking up tonight. You know that,
He
right?
is. Bring that other guy back.
You really
I got
fucking
a
up tonight.
question.
You know that, right?
So I got a question in the group. What happens with the uncontrollable shaky leg? For me, I'm gonna say for me that is like when I'm at that point, that is like one of my hardest orgasms. It's kind of like he touched something inside that just
You ever get up and try to walk and just collapse?
it just ain't no point. Cause them knees and shit be wobbly, so it just ain't no point. But that's when you've given, especially if he's hitting my G spot, that's gonna give me that shaky leg orgasm.
Jeffrey said we're twins.
That's why I told him. I said I'm
You
in
and her are
love because I
sisters.
felt like I was talking to myself. We thank you for making the connection.
Yes. Thank you.
Wow.
Yes, but
So-
the shaky legs is just something.
Yeah.
Tears
Sean
coming out
said
the eyes.
Yes.
Huh?
What you say?
Sean said noodle knees.
Noodle knees. Yeah.
That's a good
That's
nut.
good. Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
You can at that moment you can have anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or
Mm-hmm.
get threatened.
Or that too. Don't you ever take this dick nowhere. I'm just saying.
There you go. There you go.
I'm
She just
saying.
said it.
I might cut you.
That's fucked up. Look,
Did that
Got
answer
the-
your question?
got the dick on a leash. Heel, boy.
Got my-
Heel.
Look.
God damn it, heel.
Got my knife under the mattress.
You can go to work with you. You got
Heel,
You can go work
Heel,
with
boy. Down.
You got to
Lay.
Yes.
Speak.
Stay.
Woo.
When you reach that status, you have definitely arrived.
Oh my God.
So-
Damn.
Since that question was put out there, I'm gonna take it to you. Have you given someone the shaky leg?
He made
Well,
a
according to
limp dick.
the mic just
Right,
went
it's
limp,
like
so
a
I
limp
think the
dick.
answer is no.
Nah. The mic dropped because it's in shame. Isn't it in shame?
No, it
You're in
just,
shame, ain't
it
you?
just went
You're
limp.
in shame.
The mic is embarrassed.
Yes.
See, I don't go for the leg. I don't.
No, that's not the question.
I'm just telling you. I don't go. I don't do it.
It's not. It's have you bringing somebody to an orgasm to where their legs begin to shake?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That ain't no
Yes.
question.
But you gotta watch out.
Then I say we might cut you.
You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for that. You gotta watch out for that because y'all like to kick. If the orgasm that good, you gotta watch out. You might get kicked in the fucking head.
I get what you kind of like fight it off.
Yeah, you kind of like, ah!
Like get away
It's
from
like-
that type thing, but
Like
then
what
you
the
want to
fuck is
hold
wrong
on.
with you?
Yeah.
You know,
We
but
seasoned. That's what we're doing.
huh?
We're having a seizure.
Oh, Jeffrey said, when was the last time your niece did that? Whose knees? I plead the fifth.
She said none of your bees knees.
None of your bees knees.
She's pleading the fifth.
I'm pleading the fifth.
I'm all about. There's one thing when you let a woman, when you can have a woman, her legs shake or whatever.
Mine was just last
I'm going
night.
for
just
the
saying.
coma.
Yeah.
You're going for the
You know what
what?
I'm saying? I'm going for the coma.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going for where when it's done, you can't move. You can't raise your arm. You can't raise your leg.
It's like this. You feel when like a shark in the water that smell blood.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
So after y'all put us like that, did you stand there and your Tarzan stance?
Hell yeah! Put our head.
Like the best feeling, like
Superman.
sometimes where you walk away and you done and they still coming. You
Yeah, man.
you ready to put the S on your chest.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
When you still
Be
looking
like,
at
look,
them, they still
be like
looking.
Smokey.
Really?
You
So
got
just
knocked
leave
the
on
fuck
damn
out.
limp. So Jesus,
Because
Jesus
now
laying on that
they've
limp.
shifted into ego mode. Like I did that shit right there.
Sean says,
Oh,
stand
wait a minute.
there.
Hold on.
Sean said, stand there. Oh, Jeffrey said, wow, last night you and your twin. I guess he said you and your twin.
Y'all are twins.
Oh,
We are twins.
Sisters in spirit.
Devon says, I hate when the woman shakes so bad that she push you away at the same time.
And
Then
pull you
tighten
back.
up her
Right.
legs so you can move.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
I
think
agree
in
with
that,
him.
right, but you know
Because
what? In that moment,
makes
we
us,
go
to
through
be
so
honest,
many changes.
that makes us upset because it's like we wasn't done with you and you just totally pushed away and
But
it's
we're
like
riding a wave, so it's nothing else that you can do.
yeah.
Right, because it's like you're going up and because it's
Right.
it's like your body is convulsing. You have to allow the body to convulse.
Right.
Because granted, you want to get your last stroke in or whatever the case may be, but you gotta let her
It
go
just
through
ain't
that
gonna
motion.
happen.
You
Yeah.
have to.
It's
You
not
have
gonna
to.
happen.
It's like
Then
when you
once
see
it relaxes, then
When
you
see
go
an
back
epileptic
in.
having a seizure, you
fuck-
just sit there and let him just
Yeah.
let it run its course.
I mean,
Right.
what's going to happen if you don't let them have it? When they going to get paralyzed?
Then
Punch
your
your
neck,
ass in the
your
throat.
neck might get snapped because you
yeah.
locked between our legs.
You ever see Ronda Rousey fight? Put you in the
Oh my God,
Oh
that's
my
funny.
goodness. You
That's
want to set
funny.
up?
Put you in the
You want to set up?
Okay.
Sean said you can't give them all the good dick, then you can't get rid of them.
But you said something about ego. Now, what about you women who catch us slipping to the point where after we fell into a deep ass sleep and shit and all curled up in a little ball and shit. Don't act like y'all don't look at us and be like, knock your ass out.
Damn right.
Of course.
I did
See?
that.
Of course.
So ego, hey,
But we both guilty, you know?
yeah,
we're
I
both
agree.
guilty.
I agree.
Of course, that's the one I
But I
would
think
get
y'all
up and
doing
beat your
more than
ass
us,
Yeah,
down.
I mean, sometimes I'll joke and I'll be like, look at his ass laying there dribbling and shit.
What question, Jeff? What question did not answer? Or did it answer
Oh
your
my
question?
God, that's
They're
funny.
playing too much. I'm
What
sorry.
you say? When you come really hard, it's like flatlining. Then we put our program in. He He call it programming. I mean, once we come like that, ain't nothing else y'all can do.
Oh Lord, Javon said choke her ass and tell her to wake the fuck up and snap out. Lord, the
It's
violence.
over.
Brutality.
No, Mr.
Violence.
Sensation, have you
That's
ever gave somebody
assault.
an
Yeah, he said
orgasm to
choke
where
her.
their legs shake?
We trying to go to jail.
Joe said, I hate that
Oh,
when you
man.
her head. Why you stopping me
Why did
to
I ask?
It's
another
like
orgasm?
there's no tomorrow.
That's like a
Yeah.
no-brainer.
What's my name?
You can't
Oh,
get
you
him,
came
man.
back? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Take
that's
that
sensational.
The mint wore off. So the
How long
numbness
did it
wore
take
off.
to wear
So
off?
basically, it's like a good 20 minute.
Oh, well, you can
That's
get a
all you
lot
need.
done. Yeah, you can get a lot done in that time.
So y'all, if y'all get the mint,
Oh, they found it on Amazon.
or fellas, if y'all get the mint, wait a
They
minute.
found
Here,
it on
let me
Amazon.
see your mint again.
Oh, I was
Damn.
doing that.
Wait a minute, you went and got some already?
What?
Rashida said,
Fast.
Oh, not that fast.
I
Okay.
already ordered mines.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, we have the oral. What
She
is it?
said
Oral
she's
sex
already
mix.
ordered hers.
You can order them on Amazon.
And send $1
uh,
to Mr.
and they work. They definitely
Wow,
work.
They do work.
It'll numb that throat
For at
in
least
1
20
minute.
minutes.
For 20 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
Can who have one to go?
Wow.
Jeffrey said, ask him, can you have one to go?
That means it's going to be some car action. Oh my God.
Yeah, a lot of women, Joseph, I would agree. He said, I hate that when giving head, women are stopping you. So basically, it's kind of like when you're going down on a woman and she's coming, she clenches her legs together and she's stopping you, so you kind of like got to pry the legs apart.
But see, now that's scary because
But
when y'all do that, like for just like a quick second, we feel like it's like we can't breathe, and that's why we gotta pry you to get the fuck up out of there.
But the thing is, you fuck up our
But the
orgasm
thing
when
is,
you
she
do
coming.
that. Yeah.
Huh?
She's coming. She's having
Yeah.
an orgasm.
That's why you gotta
Let us know.
You gotta put your shoulder.
But
in.
Don't do the Venus flytrap on our
It
ass.
happens.
It
Yeah.
just happens.
It
It's
just
like she's
happens.
coming.
Yeah.
And the leg just goes. You have to know, like, oh shit, I feel. You should feel the trembling in the legs.
You
So
gotta
once
do
you feel
double
that
Dutch,
trembling
man.
in the
Once you
leg,
feel that, you gotta back up out of it.
not unless you just keep the
Go ahead.
legs separate. You know how you say, oh girl, did you like this?
Yeah, you missed that, Mr. Sensation.
Caught your boy slipping. She caught your
I
boy.
heard it. You had your
Caught
hands
your
up
boy.
in the air.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna put it out there.
Like,
Rashida Summers caught your boy slipping. Yes,
Again.
Rashida, you caught me
Okay.
slipping,
He
baby.
got caught with the banana in the
You
tailpipe.
caught me.
okay.
You caught me with a banana in the tailpipe. You caught me with that.
Banana in the tailpipe.
Oh yeah, Van say Mentos works wonders too, but Mentos don't numb your throat, Van.
They
No.
just a breath freshener.
It just
Or
gives
make
you
your
that
mouth that much watery.
peppermint patty sensation. That's all.
But if you combine it with ice, now you're working with something.
I use ice quite a bit.
And they
So
should
yeah.
differentiate that for diabetics.
Oh, and the mints are sugar free and they're good
That's
for
a
diabetics.
very good
That
point.
is very important.
Okay.
By the way,
so-
the mints
Oh.
are gluten free for diabetics.
Yeah, so
Damn right.
The mints are gluten free for
the
diabetics.
sperm has a lot of sugar by volume.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so now
I
I'll tell you.
I've
So-
never tasted it.
so y'all can go out and get the mints.
Do they come in all different flavors?
I wouldn't know.
So
You
we're
know.
gonna be
Oh, you
serenaded by the smooth
You know.
tunes of Richard Simper.
I don't
Are
know what
you
it is. I just
set
try.
up? Oh, you need a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so he's gonna serenade us, but not with nasty jazz, just something sensual, I guess.
He said, I don't like ice. Hate when my dick is cold.
But the trick is she's supposed to put her mouth on it quick.
There you go.
When he finished, right?
It's like the burgers they used to have on McDonald's with a hot steak.
Oh yeah, I gotta tell the story about the
Let's
Skittles.
do that.
That's Richard, y'all.
That's good.
Nate, Mark, up closer. Oh, I do it.
I mean, this is why I never learned how, because, you know, I have about 14 kids right now. I can do that shit.
And Nate, I'm gonna need you to help me with the hook again, man. You got me?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
I just be sitting up in my house with my shirt off, you know, just playing that shit. Like,
Oh.
uh-oh.
Is that?
Get your mind right.
Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah, babe. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah, babe. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah, babe. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah, babe. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah, babe. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah, babe. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah, babe. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah, babe. Yeah, a big man roll. Yeah,
Oh, you shimmy over there.
little Jimmy. Yeah.
Oh,
Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah, babe. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah, babe. Yeah, boy, we should do this and do, boy.
Going right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Baby.
Try that.
Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah, baby.
Thank you, Mr. Nate. Thank you, Mr. Nate.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
Couldn't do it without you, man.
Thank you.
Give your contact information.
Richard Semper. Look me up on Facebook. If anyone interested in some tracks that you heard here, just inbox me. I could send them to you. Richard Semper, SEMPER. Sex and chocolate. I'm out.
That boy,
I'm so done with him.
Right.
Okay, real quick, Jackie, please tell
Okay.
everybody
Lord have mercy.
about these Skittles.
Okay, so wait, let me read this. Van, you nasty. He said, and when you can mustache rides work well. Let me give a shout out to Rob. Happy birthday, Rob. So let me tell y'all about the Skittles real quick. I make my own glue with confectioner sugar. What else did I use in that glue? Syrup, maple syrup, and just a little bit of regular sugar. Put it in the microwave, no more than 20 seconds, so it gets hard. Paste it around. Well, I used it on my breast. Paste it around your breast, and put Skittles all around your breast. I put the red Skittles on my nipples, but you get the gist of it. You can arrange it however way you want it, and just let them eat the taste the rainbows on you. But don't fucking judge me.
I was waiting for the hit it. I was waiting for the hit it right on the nail. I'm telling you.
But Skittles drive them
Damn.
crazy. You don't have to use Skittles. You can use
Snickers.
M&Ms. No, M&Ms. It gotta be like the little can. The Pop Rocks. Did you say Pop Rocks? Yeah, you could do that. That'd probably be easy. But you don't want to heat the syrup and stuff up too hot, because then you'll burn the hell out your skin. 20 seconds, maybe 30 at the most. And yeah, it works.
You gonna try that later?
Huh?
You gonna try that later?
Well, he going to break her off. That's who we were singing to.
Yeah,
so.
I'm gonna do it with Snickers though.
Don't be caught slipping.
Okay, exactly.
Because between me and the Snickers, I'm sure guaranteed to satisfy her.
But you know what I think?
So what
she
other
should do?
foods would you use in the bedroom?
Huh?
What other foods would you use in the bedroom?
Chicken leg.
Depending on what she
Nah, yeah. What is what? What?
Chicken leg.
Chicken that? Nah. Hey, don't fucking judge me. No, I mean that you can. Cherries
Yeah,
is always
cherries are
good. You can play the game hide the cherry.
Well, I made a sundae.
Let you know.
I just made a chocolate sundae.
Yeah, you
I was
play.
gonna say I had a
you play-
smorgasbord before.
You can't really do chocolate.
Of
Chocolate
fruits.
and milk.
Right, right.
Yeah.
With the chocolate syrup.
No, just all different types of fruit.
Okay.
She made a
Okay.
fruit cocktail.
Yeah, the fruit
Okay.
It was a
salad.
fruit cocktail.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hey, you know,
You know,
pineapples is
Sliver.
always
Sliver.
Come on, man.
Those joints.
Nah.
liver.
Come on, man.
Oh, with the onions? No, I ain't even gonna eat that.
Just disregard that. So let me just say this. If you all have topics that you would like to hear, definitely email me at she'sthequeen@queenjackie.net. We will be back next Monday. I'm wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. What else do we have going on? Oh, for next month, the Intimacy Chronicles will be adopting a family for Christmas. I'll have a list of needs posted in the Facebook group, the Intimacy Chronicles. I would like for everybody, if they're going to donate items, I'll have a list, but I'd like to have everything by December 20th. And the family that we will be adopting is from Interim Housing Corporation.
Okay.
So I'll post more details once I find out who the family's going to be and what their needs are. Anything else? Y'all have any? Oh, I want to thank my guest. This is my twin here. Just different moms. It it literally was like talking to myself on the other end of the phone, and I'm so glad that you made the connection.
Another X chromosome for
Yeah,
you.
well, you know,
Good
say
one.
what you
Good
like,
one.
but you have final thoughts?
No, I enjoyed the show. Thank you for inviting
Oh,
me.
thank you.
Thank
for
you,
coming.
Richard. Thank you, Dr. Lay.
Hey.
You know,
Glad we have it.
I appreciate the hospitality.
I'm telling you, that we
Dr.
when you get people in here like you that ain't afraid to talk, that's
Love
what
it.
we love.
Yeah,
We
love
love
it.
that. We love that. Come back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Come back. Bring him.
Why I gotta bring him? So you can have
See,
entertainment?
see,
Because
man. See, man.
it's so funny.
See
They
how I
had
tried
their
to
own little
bring you in?
conversation going on back there.
We need
So
support, man.
Yeah.
See, man, just how I just try to include you and you just like,
I mean, he can come. I don't have a problem bringing him with me. I do not have a problem. He will come back just to support you because you're going to need some mental, emotional.
no foreplay for her tonight.
You go. That's bullshit.
Straight forward, like Mr. Didacili.
oh my
Straight
God.
forward, like Mr. Didacili.
Oh my God.
Oh my
I will bring you
God.
back all the support you need.
Okay.
All the
It's
support.
nice to have another woman in here because, you know, a lot of times they try to give me hell, but
She hold on.
I hold my own. So anyway, you have final thoughts, and
I ain't
remember.
got none.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say.
I know. Whatever.
Keep it under 20 minutes.
Yeah, whatever. No, none for me.
He want to give these 20-minute long explanation. Yeah, exactly.
Nah, just.
So, you sure?
Just have
Or
fun.
you just got it on your mind? You going home to break her off?
No, I'm just saying. Just listen. Thursday is Thanksgiving. Get some stuffing and stuff
Eat it
her.
like
You gonna play with the stuff, right? I was gonna say you gonna play it. That's how you gonna do it. That's how you gonna do it.
Get some stuffing and stuff her.
That's how you gonna do it.
Make
good.
her
Are you
gobble.
using sausage in the stuffing? Look, are you using sausage in the stuffing? What you putting in the stuffing?
Pork.
She said, "Make it work."
the other white meat.
I ain't laughing. Man. I ain't laughing.
Inside you is. I heard down inside.
He tried to hold it
Inside you is.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just go on and do
boy.
it.
Nah, man, I wish everybody happy holidays, man.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to my mom. Her birthday was yesterday.
All right.
So,
Okay,
shout out
happy
to her
birthday, moms.
birthday.
for her birthday, so, you know, big 6'4".
Oh, that's excellent. That's
So,
excellent.
God bless her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Sweet potato pie her ass. What are you talking about, Terrell? What?
He always take
That's
it
not
far.
a bad idea, brother. That's
Sweet
not a
potato
bad
pie,
idea.
huh?
Sweet potato pie her
It
ass.
tastes like that anyway.
Is that what it tastes like?
That's what Bernie Mac said.
Well, according to Dr. Love, he looking like I ain't never had no sweet potato pie that tastes like that.
He get ready. Oh,
Yeah, the mic done went limp again.
Mike said fucking.
Right.
Mike said hell, man.
Oh my God. The mic said fucking.
Yeah, y'all done took it too far now. So, good night, folks. I thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning in. I appreciate the support. We do a show like this to kind of get things out in the open, and so that people are no longer afraid to talk about sex. I mean, we're all adults, so we can learn from each other. I certainly learned a lot. I learn a lot every time we do the show. So, thanks again. And again, my twin sister here.
Wonder Twin powers activated.
Right.
So we will definitely have her on again. It was such a delight, and we will see you all next Monday. Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Peace.
Deuces.